Welcome to the Perham Show. I am here today at Ghost Runners in Perham, and my guest is Mary Ringsven, and she is here representing Calvary Lutheran Church and the Christmas Cookie Shop. Welcome, Mary.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Now, is that the correct title? Christmas Cookie?
It's Christmas. The last 2 years has been Christmas Bake Shop.
Christmas Bake Shop.
Yes.
How many times do you have to tell me that? Well, it sounds like a wonderful event and also a fundraiser, but why don't you go ahead and just tell our viewers about it?
Okay, I'd be happy to. The Christmas Bake Shop is started last year. Calvary has had a Christmas event. The women of Calvary, I should say, have had a Christmas event since 1995. And they featured the Christmas cookie boxes that everybody is at the door waiting for when they come in. And that is 3 dozen fancy cookies, and this year they are $10 a box.
Oh,
so
what a deal!
Yes, and they look delicious and beautiful as well. The other shops, we have 9 festive shops that we kind of updated this event to, and the cookie shop features these boxes as well as other popular Christmas ones of Krumkaka and rosettes. And then we have a candy store. That is so tempting. Oh. And it has many wonderful goodies. A bread store that includes a lot of Christmas breads and lefse, and a craft shop with a lot of homemade crafts by the women of Calvary. And then, then the youth are also going to have a shop, and they sell fresh pine Christmas wreaths that are made in the area, and they have projects that they are using this proceeds for. And then new this year is the mission store, and we have a mission group at the church called Justice Journeys, and they are selling fair trade gift items, and the proceeds will help with that. Well, and then last, I better tell, is the snack shop. After you're done shopping, you can go to our snack shop and have a hot beverage, a tea or coffee or hot chocolate, and a cookie or 2, and then we have a donation jar there, and this year those donations will go to someplace safe here in Perham.
Now, I just want to mention too that if you have children, that there's a place for the kids to kind of hang out and have fun there too.
That's right. We're planned for about ages 3 to 8. They can make a little craft at no charge, and be busy in that little corner while the parents or grandparents or whoever's bringing them is shopping and enjoying some coffee and fellowship. I would say that's one of our main goals, is fellowship of people in the community and area.
Well, before we get to what the proceeds and the fundraisers are used for, can you give the viewers a when and where and times?
Okay, it's Saturday, December 3rd, from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Calvary Lutheran Church here in Perham, and that's 619 3rd Avenue Southwest.
Okay. And is there a contact phone number or?
Well, you can call the church, and that's 346-4780.
Okay. Now, since it's a fundraiser, Mary, what are some of the things that you've done in the past or that you have funds earmarked for this year?
Well, last year the Women of Calvary voted to send or give the money, I should say, from those, particularly those where it's the food, the candy and cookies and so forth, locally, which went to Kinship, went to the backpack program, went to the food shelf, community outreach, and someplace safe.
Yeah.
So, and then the others that I mentioned will go to specific mission groups. Then globally, they contributed to what we've done here in Perham, the Feed My Starving Children, and the Heifer International Project, and some others.
Well, that sounds like a great labor of love and tasty labor of love that the whole community can enjoy and benefit from. And man, if you're too busy, then some folks are too busy to be doing their holiday baking. Mm-hmm. What a great way to get a jump start on that, or purchase gifts for others with the crafts. December 3rd, 9 to 11, did you say?
Correct.
And do you have people waiting in line?
We usually do.
Do
Those cookie boxes are still very popular, and so they're waiting at the door.
Yeah.
And so it's fun. It's fun.
Yep. Calvary Lutheran Church, December 3rd, 9 to 11. Mary Ringsman, thank you so much for being with us on the Purim Show. And stick with us. We're going to come back and we're going to talk to Lina Bellaar. Welcome back to the Purim Show. We are here at the Becker County Historical Society, and my guest is Amy Dagerstrom and Lina Bellaar. Amy is the director here at the Becker County Museum, and Lina, of course, a frequent guest on the Purim Show, is from the Purim ITOW and
Correct.
East Ottertail
Museums.
Okay. So anyway, you guys are kind of going together with an event
are.
that's coming up, and I'm going to start with you, Amy, because yours are
Sure.
first. You're having Ernie Pyle.
We are. We have a wonderful one-man show by a fellow named Gary Morrison, and he is out of Michigan, and he enacts or does a one-man story of Ernie Pyle, who was a reporter during World War II, and so tells his story and talks about how the war affected journalists and all kinds of interesting things.
Okay.
So he'll be coming here first on December 10th, which is a Saturday, at 3 p.m., and he'll actually be performing at the Detroit Lakes Public Library.
Okay, so you're doing kind of a partnership with the Friends of the Library?
We are the Friends of the Library, as everyone in Detroit Lakes knows, provide wonderful treats, cookies and bars and coffee and things like that, and so we'll be working with them to present this show here in Detroit Lakes.
Okay, and Lina, then it's going to be on Sunday.
I'm not sure we'll have quite the treat component that they're going to have here. That's going to be a tough act to follow. But we're really excited because Gary Morrison, I think, speaks to a lot of people in rural America because his stories went all over the world, and and of course he followed the soldiers during World War II all over the world, and it was like writing a letter home so that when you read his story, it's like getting a letter from a friend, telling you what was going on. And he just became so beloved and really had a great, made a great impression, I think, on people in the country.
Well, and I think what is the time? The time at the ITOW?
Oh, where the performance we're going to do at 3 o'clock on Sunday.
Okay.
So Sunday the 11th. So it'll be the 10th and the 11th of December. Saturday it will be here in Detroit Lakes, and Sunday it will be in Purim
Okay.
at the ITOW Veterans Museum.
Now, are these programs free and open to the public?
Yes, they are.
Okay. Okay. Very good. So what else do you have coming up in December, Amy?
The second Wednesday of every month here at the Becker County Museum, we have a Brown Bag Lunch series, and you can come and learn something new every second Wednesday. This month we're going to talk about holiday mysteries, so things like why are there pickles on your Christmas tree, and what are the history of some of those holiday traditions. They start at noon. Again, every second Wednesday you can reserve a lunch ahead of time. You have to call by 10 o'clock that morning.
Or so you don't have to bring your own. Or
you can bring your own if
Okay.
you want to, but you can also reserve a half soup and sandwich that we'll have here at the museum for you.
What number should we call?
Should call 847-2938, and the cost for the lunch is $5. If you bring your own, it's free.
Okay, well, that sounds good. I have a pickle on my tree.
Good.
I should know why.
You should know why. You
tell.
should. It's true.
Did you say that was the second?
Yep, second Wednesday. So this
Okay.
time it'll be the 14th of December.
Okay, very good. And Lina?
Well, we have a new exhibit going up in December, and it is a very interesting exhibit of what they called monumental brasses, were the coverings that they did over people who in the cemetery, for important people. And what they did was they made like an effigy of this person, so it looked exactly like them. So people over the years would make rubbings of these brass things, and it really shows you what kind of clothing they wore. And so for people in the military, it's an amazing record of the kind of armor that people had in the Middle Ages, medieval times, and up through early modern times. And so we're sort of billing this as some of the earliest veterans.
Wow,
This would be kind of interesting, I think.
Yeah, and that's an exhibit. So.
That will be on exhibit. These
Okay,
rubbings will be on
okay.
exhibit through December.
Okay, well, that sounds like a great... And the number at the ITOW?
346-7678. If you need to call, get information, you can also check us on our website at www.itowmuseum.org.
Very good. Okay, so thank you for tuning into the Perm Show, and make sure that you check out Ernie Pyle, either here at the Detroit Lakes Becker County Historical Society or at the ITOW Museum in Perham. And thanks for tuning in.